All right, honest question time. Have you ever started something and in the middle of doing that thing, whether it's a new job or some type of project, in the middle of it, you saw something else that just looked better? Maybe it was something that looked easier. Maybe it was something that would just looked like it would interest you more. And you stopped doing what you're doing and you went over to the new thing. Uh, well, I, I have to confess, I've done that way more times than I care to even admit. I probably couldn't even tell you every single time I've done it because I've done it multiple times, probably even this week, to be honest with you. And so that's something that I personally struggle with is distraction, finding things that look more exciting at the moment, that next shiny object, and keeping myself disciplined. It's been a challenge for a good bit of my professional career as well. So in my study today in Proverbs, takes us to Proverbs 28, verse 19. And I'll go ahead and read the verse and we'll dive in. Those who work their land will have abundant food, but those who chase fantasies will have their fill of poverty. So God is telling us, through King Solomon, that if we work our own land, we'll have abundance. But if we go chasing fantasies, we'll be living in poverty. So I look at it this way. Let's just go with the farm. Let's just go with the farm analogy here. If you have a farm in your backyard and that farm is responsible for feeding your family, if you go and you care for that farm, you prepare the land, you plant the seed, you sow the seed. I don't know all the farming terms, I'm not a farmer, but ultimately you're going to have a crop pop up. If you actually take care of that garden, that farm, and you really take advantage of what you have in front of you, you're going to have abundant food. I've never met anyone with a garden, even just like a home garden, who's been able to eat everything from their own garden. They've always, my neighbor is constantly giving us, tomatoes or some kind of vegetables. Family are giving us vegetables from their garden. And they, are eating these things themselves. Just there's an abundance that's spilling over that they can share with others. So now, what if you didn't care for that farm? And while you're out there, you started to plant those seeds and you started to get your farm ready. And you're like, you know what? I kind of like my neighbor over there. He is, he's taking care of this thing here. This looks a little bit more exciting. He's always got a new truck, a new vehicle, and he's going around and, maybe selling things online. Or he's going and he's doing something over here. That's not necessarily my skill set, but it just looks easy. I can do that, right? So I go and chase that opportunity myself and I fall short because I don't have the same experience. I don't have the connections. I don't have all those things. But meanwhile, I'm neglecting my farm. And when the time comes, I haven't made enough money to care for my family throughout the winter season to where they can eat. And so because I didn't take care of my own farm, I lost out on a lot of opportunity. I lost out on abundance to help others. Now, where this always hits me is in my personal writing projects. I constantly have some type of I have a list of over like 100 different projects that I want to work that excite me in many, many, many different areas. And so what happens is I will start working on like one or maybe two books or, some posts for unleashedbyfaith.com. And then all of a sudden something shiny catches my attention. Maybe I'll see like a YouTube video of a cool way to do something, some drop shipping thing or some other type of business that just seems easy enough for me to kind of get involved. And in the past, I've chased a lot of those opportunities and have come up dry. However, those few times in my life where I've really worked my own land and really worked to develop and utilize the skills and resources God has given me for that particular calling or project or purpose, I have not only been able to be successful there, I've been able to be abundant and help others to grow. Same thing as, that garden, the gardens from, my family, where they are abundant in what is growing there, that they're able to share with others. And I have found that when I work my own land, I will have abundance that I can share, not just with my own family, but with others. And when I ignore fantasies and shiny things that are around me, I can avoid that poverty, that feeling of failure, that lack of success, and basically wasting the gifts that God has given to me. Have you ever experienced this? I'd love to hear your experiences as well. Email me. You can find my email on the About page, or tell me in the comments below. Thank you.